How we doing, boys and girls? Good morning, good morning. So, it's Tuesday. We've had a couple of new Blizzard notifications. Let's see if we can take a quick look at those real quickly. It's going to be the main topic, I think, today, for me at least. We got
you
notification.
You just lost $5.
Haddock_MCXXVIII. We need coffee bean spenders.
We do. We do. You're very right. We absolutely do. But thank you, my man. Appreciate the support. Obviously, continued support. Thank you, thank you. We do need some coffee bean spenders. I do need to work on something for those. I'm trying to... There's good reason to why I'm trying to make them not be totally World of Warcraft related, but, you know, we'll learn about that soon. But we've got a couple of interesting news updates from Blizzard regarding Anima. Anima transfer to alts in patch 9.1.5 is going to... like we said, Blizzard can never just do a good thing.
You just lost $5.
Mahjong obtainable.
Mahjong, thank you for the Prime sub there. Appreciate it. Welcome in. How we doing? Blizzard can never just do a nice thing, can they? Never can Blizzard just say, alright, cool, fine, here you go, have the ability to transfer anima. No, firstly, you need to have fully upgraded, their words, fully upgraded the Covenant Sanctum. Now, there's lots of people out there that have maybe got 3 of 3, because it increases the amount of anima you get by doing world quests and doing stuff. But then those last 2, the big, what's supposed to be the core feature, so your Path of Ascension, your Queen's Conservatory, your Abomination Station, these sorts of things, these are meant to, these can go up all the way up to rank 5. Now that's where I've been lacking, because let's be honest, what were meant to be some little fun mini games for each of the Covenants have turned out to be a bit of a flop, because they're just too much of an anima grind for people to be bothered to do anything with them. But now we've got a really good reason to be doing this. Now, in fairness, if I wasn't such a casual, I'd have probably done this months ago. But I am a filthy casual, so it's time to it's time to make sure that we've at least done our Covenant Sanctum on our main character. So I guess we've got some anima grinding to do, but luckily anima grinding, it's not really so much of a grind. I mean, just do Korthia and you'll eventually have this, so it's fine. I've got 4 of all unlocked, told myself to max 1 of each Covenant to unlock the rewards, so I'm set to send anima. That's good, but you've got like 20-odd thousand million characters, so you're going to be in a really good position if you can transfer some anima about. In theory, if you've got, by the time you've got a couple of characters fully maxed out and are able to send anima from them, you're going to be funneling loads of anima to your alts. It's going to make the level up process much quicker on alts, but it's that, that first and foremost, having it done once in the first place, but get 3 of 3 first, because it's sensible to level them all up equally. That lots of people will probably look at this and go, right, well, I'll upgrade this one to 3, then I'll up this one to 3, then I'll do this one to 3, and then I'll do this one to 5. But what you actually want to do is do them all equally, because if you do them all equally, you get the achievements that unlock that give you more anima tokens for the stuff that you're doing. So you want to do them all equally to begin with. Once you've got 3 of 3, then do the last 2 in the main featurey thing, which is where I'm at right now. But this is kind of quite cool. This is finally, Blizzard are, as we discussed heavily yesterday, throwing every single easy win card, every single ace up their sleeve they're pulling out for patch 9.1.5 in a presumably a relatively large distraction tactic. Distracting us from all of the random rubbish that's going on behind the scenes, to maybe lift the spirits of the player base a little bit. But it's all good, right? Yeah, the transport network is the one that many people focus on first. I mean, getting that portal to Oribos is weirdly efficient. It means you can set your Hearthstone at your Covenant Sanctum, and you can do your mission table, you can pick up your callings, you can do your turn in your anima, and then just portal to Oribos and then fly wherever you need to go. It's incredible just how valuable that one little feature is. But I don't think I will bring alts to rank 3 too much cost, in my opinion. Only the mission table to 3. It's I don't know. There's a couple that are useful. Not to mention, I want to have at least one of every Covenant maxed out, purely for the collector in me. I'm not a huge collector, but I do like to make sure before we leave one expansion, I've at least put a solid effort into collecting the stuff that I can get from that current expansion. All the things becomes my friend in the later part of this game. It usually tends to keep me occupied in the in the large amount of downtime that we usually have between the last patch and the new expansion launching. So, although I spent half my life on the beta instead this year, but first and foremost though, let's not mess about here. Facebook time. Let's get our Facebook mission table on the go real quick. We actually are missing a companion, or I think the maximum's 22 companions nowadays. I'm missing 2. One of them we can't get until Renown 70 something. We're still a little way off getting the last. Is it this dude? Companion Deathfang. Renown 71 I think is the last time that we get a follower. Now I should, if I'd been keeping up with my Renown, have 21 already. Yeah, so 21's the theoretical max so far. They've also increased the total anima you can store. It was 35k, now it's 200. Yes. Yeah, there was lots of people apparently, this blows my mind, but apparently there was large amounts of people that were just stockpiling the anima tokens in their, not only in their bags, but also in their bank, simply because they could only store 35,000 in their Covenant. I think Drizzling Rose posted or tweeted out with something like 70,000 anima now in her Sanctum, which is just crazy, but I guess if you actually play the game, then it's probably not that difficult, but saw some screenshots, it was insane. Yeah, the amount of anima that people probably had just stashed away is a bit crazy. We've got a couple of things to open here. Let's open some of these chests and see what we get out of all of this. My bags are horrendous once again. I've got a whole bunch of anima I can go turn in, but let's open some of these chests. Get these out of the way. In fact, we're going to save space by opening these bags, and in turn, we're probably going to end up with more materials in our bags than we started with. So, we probably won't gain anything from this. What's this? Cache of junk. That's an abomination station thing. Skinning cache. Now, if I was smart, I would track what comes in all of these. But I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I just don't care to keep track of this. I'm going to go by the assumption that it's very worthwhile doing. Yeah, we've now got considerably more materials than we saved. Oh, hang on, here we go. 7,500 experience. Who's our lowest level dude? I see. I'm really tempted to just zerg or try and zerg some of these dudes up to like 60. But I always feel as if I should be leveling them somewhat equally. So whoever's the smallest dude gets the bonuses. Whether that's sensible or not, I don't really know. Right, I think that's all my bags of goodies. And after all those bags of goodies, we're actually left with even less storage space than we had before. Great. Plague Eater 60, best MVP, heals the entire team, more missions. Yeah, I think I need to take a little bit of time and look into which ones are good and which ones I should be power leveling. But generally speaking, I'll just, if it's a bonus XP, I spam as many people on it as possible to get as much use of the bonus XP, and I start from the bottom. That kind of tends to be how I do it. But at least with this character, I'm now at the point where they can basically solo all the missions anyway. He says. Alright, Plaguey, do your thing. Now, what I should be cautious of is actually not overspending my anima right now. If I do need to actually up my Covenant, I should probably be a little bit more cautious with how much I spend, but whatever. Is that an add-on for the mission table? Yeah, this one's called Venture Plan. It's a little bit out of date. It's not perfect right now because the main add-on author is, let's just say he's on an extended holiday. But you can get it up and running reasonably well, and there is a few hacks out there to make it work more efficiently if you do some digging and do some research. Alright, there we go. Let's go hand in all of this anima. Yeah, these bags need a bit of a once-over. Bit of a once-over. $542 up to 50. We had about 1,000 anima in our bags, so we're 3 out of 3 for the mate. Well, we're 3 out of 3 everywhere. It's just these two that we need to upgrade. Interestingly, or annoyingly, I guess is probably the right turn of phrase. Is it's gonna be the souls from the Maw that's my bottleneck, I think, because I don't even have enough to upgrade this, even if I want to. So we got to go to the Maw. We got to go to the Maw in a minute. Let's leave our dude there though. Let's get Facebook out the way on our other characters real quick. Get Facebook out the way, and then we can go hunt down some anima and get whatever we need to do our souls and, you know, tick some boxes. Some of you smart goblins out there may have also noticed, if you guys keep my cheat sheet open, some of you might have noticed that I made a new little mission table tracker. Now, of course, the version of the sheet that I use is also the one that goes out to everybody else. I don't have my own personal copy, so all of my information is in this. But if you want to use this, feel free. I'd also be open to suggestions on if there's any other columns that would be worth tracking. I did think about trying to break down the number of companions a little bit, to help people figure out just which companions they had and which ones they didn't have and where they get them from and that sort of thing. But then I thought that it's going to be like, I'm going to have to then update that every patch, and it's just too much like hard work. There are 22 max companions right now. How many do you have? I'm happy to give people the tools, but there comes a limit to where I genuinely think that people need to do at least some of the research themselves. maybe that's, I don't know, whatever. But I've put my data in here. I'm nearly at 10 characters at level 60 now. If I get my farming character on Tauren Mill up to level 60, that's going to be 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and that's just on EU. We're working on NA as well, so. But you can see, I'm only if the box is green is it quote-unquote complete. So I'm massively far behind with my mission table stuff because I don't give it anywhere near the time that I probably should do. But feel free to use this mission table tracker if you wish. Just, you know, delete my data, put your own in there. Shameless plug once again. What we farming anima for? There was a bit of an update by Blizzard saying that in 9.1.5 you'll be able to transfer anima to your alts, but you will first need to have fully upgraded your sanctum on that character before you can send before you can send anima somewhere else. So I need to make sure that by 9.1.5, at least on my main character that I play, I've fully upgraded everything, so that I can start sending the spare anima places that it needs to go. Think I missed many streams lately. Where are we up to? I'm not playing on the NA today. We've taken a little bit of a break for the NA series, just as I want to get a few things done on EU. More importantly, we've got the PTR landing at some point this week. Presumably, my money's on Thursday. We usually get the PTR turn up on Thursday, but there's a very strong chance it might turn up today. Let's see, though. As and when we get the PTR, though, we'll be going in and having a little bit of a look at that on the stream anyway, to do some exploring, see what's changed, see how things feel. But over on NA, we're getting places. We've kind of taken a bit of a back seat for going out and farming now that we've got ourselves a reasonable amount of gold. Not a huge amount, but enough to start flipping, and that's kind of the point. If we can start doing some flipping on the auction house, then we can spend 10 minutes a day looking for some good deals, and we should be good from there on. Right, let's. Do we have any more bonus XP? No more bonus XP. Outside of bonus XP, anything that's 1,000 XP plus, we want as many people on it as possible, regardless of outcome. 1,000 XP plus. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. I don't really care. It's all about the main experience. And then once we're below 1,000 XP, we just throw dudes out on them. This is an anima one, but whatever. Let's get these dudes doing something. I don't really have too much of a strategy for the mission table now. I used to have quite a strict pattern in which I did things, simply because I was being cautious about saving anima. But now I don't really care. I just fire them out. Fire and forget. Guild is planning to move to Silvermoon so we can get more people for mythic raiding. Oh, what to do, what to do. The guild is planning to go to Silvermoon so we can get more people for mythic raiding. You do realise the raiding scene on Silvermoon is nearly dead, right? I know it's technically one of the largest alliance realms, but from everything I hear, the raiding scene on Silvermoon's pretty caca-poo-poo. If they want to go somewhere to get more people for mythic raiding, you're just 10 times better off rolling Horde and going somewhere where there is actually lots of players. If you're trying to raid us, if you're trying to take the step up to mythic and you're still insisting on doing it as alliance, that seems like a weird choice. Not that it's it doesn't feel great to be sort of forced into playing one faction over the other, but if your goal is to listen to all the defeats, can you tell I just zerg players on them now? Alliance is a permanent disadvantage. Yeah, I agree. It's not. It doesn't feel great that that's the way that it is, but I also worry that it's kind of you can't come back from that anymore, really. It's just done. Like, if you want to raid and you want to be competitive, especially at the high level, that's not fair. If you can raid as alliance perfectly fine, but if you want to be, competitive and be doing the best, in essence doing mythic, you almost have to kind of go Horde nowadays. Did you do the missions on mobile? I don't know what I did. I'm pretty much I just spam dudes on big XP missions now. Whether they win or lose, I just need the experience. So if I happen to have lots of ones above 1,000 XP, then people just get spammed on them. Because, sure, it'd be great if they win, but I'm going to be honest, I don't care if they win or not. I just want the experience. It's not going to change unless they make the alliance racials completely broken. Yeah, that's it. The only way that they could possibly rescue it is to just break it in the opposite direction. When you could then argue that that's not really fixing, is it? That's just, you know, swaying the tide. And then in 2 years' time, it's going to be the exact same, but just in the opposite direction. And so at that point, what's the point? Yeah, it's just a bit of a sad state of affairs, unfortunately. My guild has 5. I guess that's meant to be my realm has 5 guilds in the top 50 world BFA. Now they all went horde in Shadowlands, so the servers lost a lot of value because of that. Yeah, it will be. It will be like the competitive edge is just be horde. Like that competitive edge. Not only does it mean that you're going to do better in the raids naturally, but it also means when it comes to recruitment for a guild, which is 50% of the problem, probably more than 50% of the problem for many guilds, is that they just don't have a reliable enough roster of people, or they want to look at improving the quality of their roster. You just can't do that on Alliance because there's not enough people who play Alliance. Nor is anybody going to be willing to roll Alliance when they already play Horde just to move to another guild. It's just, they just wouldn't do it. So, yeah, unfortunately, competitive raiding and Alliance do not go hand in hand anymore. Bonus XP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you win? You win. Go. Big ticket stuff. 1200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Now just spam everybody on everything. Do your operations in TSM contain Legos with the new Corthope prices? Planning on becoming a patron soon. Not going to lie, your TSM operations push me over the edge. Hang on. Let me read that again. Do your TSM operations contain Legos with the new Corthope prices? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Let me check, hang on. Yeah, for starters, I'm not sure what you mean. But either way, yes, legendaries are part of the operations. To the degree that they support new Corthope prices, I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but crafting rank 2s with vestiges to make rank 4s? Oh, well, no, because TSM doesn't support that. I mean, I can't even if I want to. TSM just doesn't support it. That's something that you have to do manually, which is why I was very keen to update my spreadsheet for people, because yes, add-ons can't do that for you yet. You have to have some manual input for that. What about prospecting for Dawn crafting? Well, I did the prospecting video, so that's totally freely available to everybody. There's no secrets in that one. That one was a freebie for the masses. I'm not doing a great job of selling my Patreon in this scenario, but I'd hope people see the value in the stuff I distribute to everybody for free. I don't particularly want my Patreon to just be, I'm selling you a product kind of thing. I still want to use Patreon sort of in its somewhat natural form of, I give everybody as much as I can for free, and as long as I have enough Patreons supporting me, it gives me the financial ability to do that. So if I only have, if I have to rely solely on YouTube ad revenue, and I have to rely solely on, you know, things like subs and donos and that sort of stuff, then unfortunately I have to start chasing views and doing clickbaity sort of stuff, and have to target my contents to what I think is going to get the most traction, which doesn't necessarily always correlate to what would be the most useful. Cheat sheet's also free. Yeah, like if you jump in the Discord, you'll find there's a free resources section in the Discord. I've got to be careful what I show on Discord, obviously. The cheat sheet is always available. Any updates to the cheat sheet, you can always find the latest version. It's pinned in the Discord in the cheat sheet. My basic groups as well for Shadowlands are there as well, but the basic groups is just Shadowlands content, nor does it have any operations or anything like that. But it's in the premium section where the extra juicy juice is. Right, let's get back to our main character and get some anima on the go. Insert time of day here. How we doing? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. I think my chair's broken. My chair seems to readjust its height all of a sudden without me doing anything. Enjoying vacation making gold? Oh, you got some time off. Nice. Nice. Time to dedicate some get some Warcraft hours under your belt. Right, okay. What did we decide we actually needed to do first here? High priority considering it's Tuesday and it's reset tomorrow. High priority is to go get some souls. It's a bit of an annoyance because, you know, nobody likes to do it, but if we do it today, that's 20 souls closer to our goal. We need to fully max out, we need, what was that, 70, 40, 110. We've only got 30. So yeah, we definitely need as many souls as we can get our hands on, so let's do that first thing. Is there a calling that just happens to coincide with, you know, collecting souls, maybe? I mean, that would be really handy. Collect 3 world quests in Maldraxxus. Nope. Lazy said on his channel that since you posted your Dawn crafting video, the price of Leystrite and Alethium hasn't dropped below 7 gold or 70 gold per piece. Now all of a sudden people have an accurate representation of what the prospecting values are. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, maybe. Hey, well, at least on Tauren Mill. Well, sorry. That's all I can say. Alethium was always around 100 gold for me anyway, so no harm. Well, this is it. It's only very recently to where I've been more able to prospect Alethium. For most of the expansion so far... hang on, I should be going to... through the portal. For most of the expansion so far, I've pretty much had to rely on Leystrite and just, you know, spend the time to prospect it, do it in the background. It is nice, though, when you can get Alethium at almost the right price. Even if I have to pay slightly over the odds for Alethium, I will probably tend to do it just because it's 10 times faster to prospect. Now, of course, you don't get as many gems from Alethium, so there's not as much return. So the 10 times multiplier on Alethium price is not actually very accurate. You should realistically only be paying about 8 times more, but because that 10 times valuation isn't taking into consideration the gems you get when prospecting. if you take all of that, hang on, I'm going the wrong way. If you take all of it into consideration, you should probably only spend about 8 times the price of Leystrite on Alethium, but hey ho. This tends to be the thing with goal making. The second a content creator puts out a piece of content saying that something is worthwhile doing, that something very quickly becomes not so worthwhile doing. It's just a unfortunate reality of the game, but at least you know if you set up your prospecting now, probably there's lots of people focusing on it at the moment. I mean, it's not like my video's popped off that much. It's probably only got like 1,500 views on it, but that's still potentially 1,500 people that might be playing around with jewel crafting when they previously weren't. But soon as a percentage of those people get bored, at least you've got it set up and ready and waiting for when you can get the ore at the right price. It's kind of the thing, right? Preparation. This is why we do a lot of prep for upcoming patches. We like to make sure that we've got things in place so when they become valuable to us, we've already got them set up. Chasing your tail is never a good thing for goal makers. You want to be ahead of the game if you can. 10 times quicker for Alethium though, so perhaps the loss of gems is benefited by the gain time. Yeah, assuming that you're not able to just, you know, AFK on a character prospecting in the background. This is always the this is why there's never a 100% correct answer for things like this, and it's why there's so much argument about things like vendor shuffles, because it's how people value their time. And if you only have one account, you obviously value your time, or at least I would hope you value your time at a greater price if you only have one account. But if you have 2 accounts, you've in essence just doubled your time. That's kind of the big benefit of having 2 accounts. So you're already at an advantage over somebody that just has 1 account. And of course that scales. This was the fundamental mindset behind multi-boxing, right? The fact that, well, if you only have 1 character and you're farming on only 1 character, then there's a limitation to how much stuff you can pick up. But if you all of a sudden start farming on 8 characters at the same time, you've 8x'd your, you know, the amount of time that you're able to get. What LEGO profession would you recommend leveling after jewel crafting? Was thinking about tailoring for capes. Tailoring's a cheap-ish one, but it's only cheap if you can also pair it with something else. And by that I mean if you put yourself in a position where you have to craft the Vestige of Origins with your tailor, don't do it. Because Vestige of Origins with tailoring are about 15,000 gold more expensive, simply because they use a broken amount of lightless silk. But if you combine it with another profession that can make the vestiges, then yeah, tailoring's not bad. Capes are always going to sell well, but they're super competitive. But it's arguably quite cheap to level. Where's me spirit gone? There he is. How many is this then? 8. Getting there. Getting there. Going for non-meta pieces might actually be better in your opinion. There is no better. There's... I mean, non-meta pieces, there's the benefit that there's usually less competition on them. But on the flip side, you're not going to sell anywhere near as many of them. So your crafting of said off-meta piece is more risky because it's not going to sell as fast. And it's more about if you've got the capital to support it, really. I mean, the sensible way of doing it is if you've got enough capital to craft everything, craft everything. Because somebody will probably buy it at some point. There's no such thing as a 100% dead slot. Because there's somebody out there that will buy it. I mean, look at transmog generally. If you look at the intrinsic value of a piece of transmog, it's terrible. But the extrinsic value of it is high to the right person. People hating on the mission table system from WoD, Legion, BFA, Shadowlands. I'm like, do you not like free gold? It's quite funny, isn't it? In the WoW Economy subreddit, sorry, the WoW Economy Wowhead report thingy. Jesus, like I've covered that thing 7,000 times and I still can't say the damn thing. But Samadan's Wowhead economy report every week. Last week, the comments section was just people arguing over which expansion was best for the mission table, and I'm like, none of it matters, because genuinely none of it matters. The only one that is current is the Shadowlands one. So the argument is null and void to begin with. In their prime, yeah, there's an argument to say that in their prime which one was better, but the entire conversation is still hypothetical, because the only one that is in its prime is the Shadowlands one. So do it. Just do it. It's ridiculous. Just do it. I'm gonna go all Nike on you and just do it. Waste your time arguing whether the one in Legion was better or the one in Warlords of Draenor was better. Just do the Shadowlands one. Makes absolutely no difference. Can confirm I'm crafting my legendaries on a craft 1 regardless of profit and still posting them at your minimum profit. Pretty much every level of every slot has sold, even some more so than others. Yeah, and there's the right player is out there somewhere. If you don't craft it, you absolutely 100% will never sell it. But if you do craft it, you have a chance of selling it. So what is the better of the two options? Not crafting it at all, or crafting it and posting it at a price that you're happy to sell it for? You know? That's the approach I take, at least. But I'm in a luxurious position that on the realms that I play on, I've got plenty of gold to do stuff like that. If you're strapped for cash, you need to be a little bit more picky with what you craft. Sure. And then you should focus on the turnover stuff, the high turnover stuff. But if you've just got gold lying about in your bags not doing anything, craft some stuff. Get it listed. Every minute that it spends on the auction house, it's got the potential of generating you more gold than you started with. If you don't do it, what's the phrase? You miss every shot that you don't fire, or something? There's a gun-related... where's my American friends? there's a gun-related phrase, isn't there? You miss every shot you don't take, or something. It's kind of the same with crafted legendaries right now. If you've got the capital to do it, do it. I thought it was basketball. Oh, I don't know. Whatever the actual thing is. We done out here? We're done out here. Good. We need to go... Oh, we still need to go kill World Boss Dude. World Boss Dude and containing the Hellsworn. There's a cheeky 1,000 anima then. Let's do that. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think it's hockey. Oh, it's interesting how everybody thinks it's related to something different. But I think it's a sports quote all the same. Alright, fair enough. Somebody will probably take claim to saying it first, but heard it first from a Canadian hockey player. Oh, okay, fair enough. Can't sell what you don't post. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. Pretty sure it's a water polo quote. Alright, calm down now. Calm down. I don't craft the domination slot legendaries because if I craft those as well, I hit the auction house throttle too easily when cancel scanning. Well, maybe the correct choice is to adjust how you do your cancel scans. It's potential that you could, you know, instead of just selecting everything and pressing cancel scan, you're a little bit more selective. You should still craft and list everything, but maybe you have a group structure set up so that it's easy to cancel scan high turnover stuff first, and then if you have any spare auction house throttle kicking about, then maybe you do your cancel scan on the off meta pieces. The answer to beat the throttle is not to not craft. The answer to beat the throttle is to be more creative with how you deal with the auction house. Have I not even done Shaping Fate this week? Oh my days. Sure. Did I misread the rumours? Are pants no longer meta since they can get domination gems? I heard something about this. I've not looked into it. Something about there was something about legs being part of a gem socket bonus or something. If somebody finds an interesting link for me, I'll look into it. But I want to get this done first. They would have a bonus, but I'm not sure if they have the gems. If you equip the legs from the raid, that will activate the domination bonus, but it will not have a shard. Eh? What's the fucking point? Why at this point in time have I missed... Maybe I've understood this wrong, but why at this point in time are they choosing to make it even more complicated and convoluted than it already is? Eh? You need the chest to enable the Dom blood bonus. This whole, like, what? Okay. So there's people who have the set but not the chest. Well, then you don't have the set then. What's this? Like, you either have the set or you don't. That's part of the RNG game of collecting a set. You have the gems but you don't have the gear. Well, then you haven't completed it yet. That's kind of the point, right? Oh God. I don't know. Why did I start attacking these dudes? I have no idea why I started attacking these dudes. And I'm going to attract the attention of more stuff now. This is not good. Let's get out of it. It's weirdly phrased. Yeah, I think I need to look into it. Whatever it is, it sounds weird. The helm activates the unholy set, the shoulders, the frost, and the chest, the blood. It took me 5 weeks to get a chest to drop. It's them saying, oops, we should have done regular set bonuses instead. These aren't set bonuses, though. This is the big thing. These are not set bonuses. Not in the fashion to which most people consider a set bonus a set bonus. Set bonuses usually, when you got your 3-piece or 5-piece of your set bonus, would do something for your character that was somewhat noticeable. Would even go as far as to change up your playstyle ever so slightly. All these passive procs don't mean shit. Like, genuinely, they don't mean nothing. Literally don't mean shit. Whether you have a passive proc or you don't have a passive proc, it really doesn't matter. Oh, they're fighting it already.
Beware.
Say hello to 10 FPS. My pet managed to get himself annihilated. I don't know. Blizzard are on a mission to gain every easy win they possibly can at the moment. So if there's one person complaining about one thing, they're probably going to get their way at the moment. It's like Blizzard has gone through a divorce, and they're both trying to fight for who's the favourite parent, and they're just spoiling the kids rotten. Like, please love me more. That's how it feels, at least, anyway. We should probably kill ads. Just thinking about it. Just a casual, maybe we should kill ads. It's alright, we're good. We're good. Nothing better than killing the world boss and not getting any gear for the 900th week in a row. Love it. Love it. Oh, hang on. Leave party. Add-on failed because of an add-on. Of course it did. Okay. It's because I'm in combat. I don't mind 2 separate Christmases, presents included. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit how it feels. I heard that there's people at Blizzard that are surprised people don't like the new domination system, since it's a tier set in their eyes. I mean, they need to get their eyes checked then, don't they, really? Should have gone to Specsavers. Don't think I've ever fully understood the Shards of Domination, nor am I going to start trying. Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah. At this point, just don't bother. It's convoluted, unnecessary, ridiculously grindy, not very well balanced. It's just, yeah. It's a thing. Right, can we get ourselves into a group for this, please? There we go. Oh wow, there's really nobody doing it. I don't think I particularly want to start fighting all of these dudes, because they're going to slap. Have some gear, got some gems, never bothered to try and learn what they do, where they go and why. Yeah, that's I think that's a common opinion. It's like, oh, this system's unnecessarily complicated and it's not really worth my time or effort. It's not fun to grind to get the shards and then after that pray to get the correct piece. Is it? I mean, it sounds just like another example of RNG gone wrong. I guess if the linchpin for the entire system is you absolutely definitely needing one piece of gear, that becomes a problem, because there are people out there that just won't get that piece of gear, and then the whole system falls apart for them. So I guess I kind of see the problem there. RNG on top of RNG, because we've never had that before. Curacao, good morning, welcome, welcome. It's the fact that you need that specific slot to activate the bonus. Yeah, that sounds like it's wasn't well thought through. Can I do this without having to constantly kill elites? Because if I have to constantly kill elites, this is going to be the slowest 500 anima in history. Can we go somewhere where there's not so many elites, please? And just zerg kill things. Maybe not. Maybe everything is just... Oh great, Feign Death decides to not work. Oh well, I'm absolutely screwed now. How do we fix this problem? I mean, I guess we just try and go wham, right? Oh, pull more was not the answer. Pull more was not the answer. No, the answer was definitely not pull more. Just kill stuff. Dear God. Okay. Oh, this is not going too badly. This could have gone a lot worse. You can't do that quest without killing elites. Yeah, I'm starting to sense that. Well, God bless for AoE damage. Holy shit. Right, let's just go zerg all of these lot then. 58%. This pack should do it, right? Surely. Who's our supposed tank in this situation? This dude. This fellow out the way first. What are we at? 64. Getting there. It's all good. Well, we said we needed the anima, so this is worth 500 anima, so we should do it. Does this quest also count towards your Shaping Fate? Because it's, you know, like an elite one? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. 84%, that's much better. One big pull and we should be golden. Can we just kill these dudes? Just grab these dudes, right? They group up nicely. Even though this quest gives 500 anima, that's like maybe 2 to 3 rares in Korthia, possibly getting it faster. Yeah, you might be right. It's just, you know, it's a big number on the screen. We like big numbers on the screen. Cool, there we go. Well, there's that ticked off. Oh, it didn't give us any Shaping Fate either. Alright, sure. More world quests. No. Korthia dailies. Let's go do our Korthia dailies. How do I get out of here alive? Oh, I have a weird feeling everybody's following me. Oh, I think other people are done as well. Cool. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. If we go do Shaping Fate... I mean, to be fair, we can probably get about 5,000 anima just literally, like, right now. Leave party, get everything to despawn, lose aggro, lovely stuff. Use Venari Hearthstone? Yeah, that might have been wise actually, although it might be on cooldown. I used it not long ago. Where is it? Oh, maybe I've expended it, because it's got limited uses, doesn't... Whoa, hang on, where am I going? It's got limited uses, that thing. I might have used them all. I can't see it in my bags. It means I've probably used it. I should buy a new one. Oh yeah, it's on cooldown. Look, Cypher of Relocation. There it is. I might end up with an inventory problem very quickly if I start doing Korthia now. We'll see. We'll see. Quick lap round Korthia, we should be good. Shaping Fate, smash that out. Returning our souls, returning our replenish. That should also give us the new companion actually, because we're lacking. We're lacking behind on our renown. Is it 64 you can get up to now? Is it 64? Yeah, 64. So Souls is 1. Replenish the Reservoir is 1. Shaping Fate will be 1. Okay, that will get me back up to 64. Ooh. Oh, hang on. We can let's fix our graphics real quick. We don't need to be on. We don't need to be on potato graphics. I want to see some purple shiny shinies. Yeah, now you only get 2 a week. Yeah, now the campaign's done. Done and dusted. Don't kill him! Lovely stuff. While I'm over here, I'll go get the nest, if nothing else. Is the event up? The event is up. Has somebody started it? Oh, somebody started it as well. Even better. I guess we'll stick around and do this then. Pew pew, Barney McGrew. Yeah, I'm still seriously lacking behind actually on rep and stuff out here. Just looking actually my Archivist Codex is still only tier 4. I got to tier 4 in like the first week 9.1 came out, and since then I've barely been back to this place. Literally barely been back. My desire to spend time in Korthia dropped off a cliff. I'm guessing plenty of you guys though have kept up with it, right? You guys must be tier 6 and exalted by now, surely. Fuck no. Alright, maybe not. Wishful thinking. Hey, there's plenty of time though. We're going to be in Korthia for a while. 9.2's definitely not even remotely close. Tier 4 on Fortunes got bored. Yeah, I did it for the I did it for the 230 gear, and then I was like, no, I'm done now. keep switching tunes that I end up playing on. Yeah, if you only had... I imagine if you're the kind of person that just, you know, dedicates themselves to one character, you've probably done everything by this point. Like, literally completed everything, but... I've had a 4 alt mindset. Sorry, main character and 3 alts since the beginning of Shadowlands, which is basically meant I've not completed anything. It's maybe too many alts. Even though I have the luxury of being able to play this game a lot more than most people, one thing I'm terrible at is utilising my time to actually play the game. This dude is taking forever. Can we get some DPS on the go? More dots, please. More dots. Exalted, yes. Tier 6, not so much. Yeah, I think you almost if you've been playing somewhat consistently, you'll kind of accidentally be exalted with Death's Advance by this point, but the Codex past rank 4 is actually quite a grind by the looks of things. But that was what I kind of half expected it to be anyway. It even took me by surprise. Somebody who plays the PTR pretty religiously. It even took me by surprise just how quickly you could get to tier 4 of the Archivist Codex. But then how much of a grind that kicked in after you reached tier 4. It was really odd. I almost should open a portal and do Yorick as well. I just see, even doing the rifts now. We used to do daily rifts, put a group together, do the daily rifts, but to run around and get 4 chests is just too much like hard work. I have 4 mains, but I run 2 accounts at the same time, so just doing it 2 times gets 4 total completions. Yeah, that's not too bad. If you do combo up like that, it probably works quite nicely. More touched Razor Wing. That's this dude in the corner, isn't it? Where's he at? Is that this dude? This dude drops a mount, if I remember rightly. One of those that you should be killing multiple times a day, given the chance. Korthia content lasted about 2 weeks. Yeah, I wish they paced it out a little bit more so. Like I said, you could super Zerg it really quickly, get to a comfortable position, and then at least for me, my desire to play it after hitting tier 4 just disappeared. I guess your threshold might be slightly different if you're more interested in endgame content, but I don't know. I'm happy to do it now though. I'm still not what you would sort of consider like fully bored of it. But I do worry that this content isn't going to last that long. Korthia should have had an event like Nazjatar had, change the entire zone, fight big dudes and stuff. I was expecting the actual landscape of Korthia to completely change. When in, you know, almost kind of how, what was it, Throne of Thunder back in the day. Now you see, that could have been really good. Shame it's really not. It's bind on equip though. Having like an unlock schedule for this zone should have been how it plays out. I mean, it's technically considered the the zone of secrets. I mean, there's even a vault of secrets, but you could access 95% of it in the first week, which just kind of yeah. There was a huge amount to do to begin with. And then once you've done that huge amount of stuff that needed to get done quick, there was then nothing really long-term. The only long-term aspect is the Archivist Codex. And that's a very niche reason to be doing it. I'm thinking my realm is dead, everything sells at a loss, just went to check my Horde realm, things are selling for about 80,000 gold more. Check your realm's population and on things like Raider.io. There are websites out there that can give you a bit more of a heads up to like the player base on your realm. Poor Raiders, they must do it. Yeah, it's funny, right? Because once upon a time, raiding was... Well, I mean, the term raid logging, you know, came from the fact that there was a period of time where if you wanted to raid in this game and do the highest difficulty content, you'd log on, you'd go to the raid, you'd kill the boss, and that was it, right? You know, that was basically it. But over the past few expansions, they seem to have felt the need, and I understand Raiders' complaints about this, they seem to have felt the need to make everything about raiding into a grind. I don't know if it's got something to do with the competitive nature of raiding, just it feels like it's become a lot more, with things like the World First Race and stuff, it's put raiding as more of a competitive thing in people's minds, when in reality the competitive nature, the competitive thing should be PvP. Raiding should be something that, you know, it shouldn't really be that competitive, because it's by nature it's player versus environment. That's literally what it is. Like, the environment's always going to be there, it's always meant to be, you know, somewhat balanced. People seem perfectly fine with long attunements in TBC. The attunement process in TBC, though, was actually... There was so many parts to it, and it was somewhat involving in what you... I mean, you had to go do dungeons, you had to do rep grinds, you had to do a bunch of different stuff. Continuously finding a resource by picking up treasures and killing rares in one zone for months on end, just to, you know, unlock the highest quality of your conduits, is not really comparable. Care for critters. How are we caring for critters? Drop treats on hungry hoppers. Right, where's the hungry hoppers? I've literally never had this world quest before. Oh, snap! Where's a hungry hopper then? How do you tell a hungry hopper from a regular hopper? First iteration of this world quest was just horrid, not anymore. Yeah, there was one where you just had to click them. Am I meant to be just doing it on these dudes? No. Which is the... It says hungry hoppers. What the hell's a hungry hopper? There's nibblers. Grommets. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Now he pieced out! Son of a... Game's against me. Hang on, here's one. Stay at a distance. There we go. Feed him up. Get him fat and juicy. Get him fat and juicy. Save his ass. Pet do pet things, please. Boom. Jesus, how many Razor Wings? All for one critter. Alright, this is kind of cool. Not done this one before. There's another hungry one, look. Let's give him a treat. How many of these we got to do? We got to do this 6 times. Okay, there's 3. Hey, this one's respawned again. Oh, okay, at least they seem to spawn in similar locations. I guess I just need to tag it once with a treat, right? I guess I don't need to fully max it out. Anybody on Torrin Mill mind signing a guild charter? I mean, I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment, but there might be some people in chat to help out. Where is these hungry little fellas then? 4 of 6. I need 2 more. Hey, there's one here. Look. Hey, I'm fixing world hunger right now. I'm doing the work of the people. Kind of feels odd to be, you know, saving these little critters, yet then genociding these Razor Wings. Like, who decided the Razor Wings were the baddies in this situation? There you go, little fella. Wild World Cracker. Oh, that's Popo. Popo on the go-go. Boom! 6 of 6. Let's rescue Popo then. Where's he at? He's up here. Turtle made it to the water. 6 critters made it to Fatland. Where are we at? 47% Shaping Fate. I made the mistake yesterday, a dangerous mistake may I add, of watching Preach Gaming's video of his first day of Path of Exile. And it might have given me the bug. It might have given me the bug. Now, I've only ever played Path of Exile once. And I never did it on stream. I never did it like for content purposes. I just played it very casually once upon a time. This was years ago, though. I can't remember when the last time I actually played it, so I can't really remember how the game works. But I'm incredibly tempted to pick it up again. Because I get this bug to play Diablo once every 9 months, once every year. I get this urge to play Diablo 3, usually when it coincides with a new season, because, you know, there's then something kind of, you know, quote-unquote new in the game. But I get bored of Diablo really quickly at the same time, so it's not too bad. It will, you know, it will steal a week of my life, but it's not too bad. The concern with Path of Exile, and the reason I think I never properly played it, is because I know that it's so in depth and so involving, I might get hooked, and that worries me. It's good for the first time. Yeah, I'm very aware that Path of Exile, once you get to the, you know, sort of end game, it's even more grindy than Diablo is. But there's so many different variations and builds and customizations and ways to do your talent tree and stuff. The play styles are almost endless, which is probably where its replayability comes in. That, you know, you do it for a season, and then you play a certain way for one season, and then next season you try doing it a different way. Kind of like how in World of Warcraft you just pick a new class to play, but people don't really. I mean, I guess, you know, you could do the flavour of the month thing. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I'm very tempted to download it and give it a go, because I've not played it for a while, but it weirdly coincides with the PTR launching, so maybe we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll focus on the PTR, and that might give us enough stuff to keep us interested. Otherwise, we might do a Path of Exile week. You might even like the trading in Path of Exile. You can get filthy rich. But if I remember it right, there's no currency in Path of Exile, so it is entirely based on it's a pickup that people have basically just deemed an item to be the currency in the game, right? I can't remember what it is. I don't really see. This is the thing. I don't really know a lot about it. I probably never even completed the like campaign mode or whatever you want to call it. I literally played it only very casually back in the day. And I'm wondering if I'm willing to dedicate a week of my life to a loot game like Path of Exile. You use exalts? Yeah, I seem to remember one of the orbs or something you use as your currency. Don't ever use the orb for its intended purpose, because it's probably more valuable as you know, the deemed currency. But I also remember there was like different mode. I mean, obviously you have your hardcore where if you die you're dead, which doesn't interest me. I'm not doing hard, like, even if it's stream content, I'm not doing the whole if I die I'm dead thing. That's just one lag spike and that's your game over. No, I'm not about that. Luckily I live in a why can I not oh, hang on. Have I got too many evolving mushrooms? Probably. Oh, inventory is a bit chock-a-block. Let's fix that real quick then. Oh, now me mushrooms despawned. God damn. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I'm tempted to take a. I've been thinking about this for a while. That maybe I will dedicate just a day in the week to play other games, because I need to mix it up a little bit from World of Warcraft. If more so for my own sanity. Oh, an unstable rift portal allowing temporary access to the rift off a random mob. That's never happened before. Because the 50% of the reason to why I decided to start streaming on Twitch was so that I didn't feel pigeonholed into only playing one game on stream. The problem with streaming on YouTube is that the performance of your live streams are directly linked to the performance of your videos. I mean, it's one algorithm for all. And so hence, if you live stream on YouTube, you have to be streaming the content that is relevant to that channel. Which is something that, you know, kind of was one of my big reasons for choosing to stream on Twitch instead. But ever since we've started streaming on Twitch, I don't think I've played another game other than World of Warcraft. So I kind of haven't utilised the advantage that streaming on Twitch brought me very well. Sad thing for me in PoE was that after I found out about trading, it was so much easier to gear up by trading than it was by playing the game. It kind of ruined it. Well, isn't that part of why some people do the... there's like a solo self-found mode, right? Where you can't do any trading. Or is that just a self... is that just a restriction people put on themselves? Yeah, self-found would be the way to do it. Oh, we didn't pew him fast enough. Oh. Boo. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I'm tempted to give it a go. I'm tempted to give it a go. I mean, this just proves a point, right? It goes to show that, you know, content creators playing another game can, you know, draw more sets of new eyes onto a new game. It took one video of a content creator that I have good respect for to decide to play a game for me to go, looks interesting. But if you go self-found, then you might not ever be able to use a certain build. I suppose if it heavily relies on... Because there's still like legendaries in the game, right? Even though most people, it appears, don't really use them. But maybe they do, I don't know. The legendaries don't have so much of a pull on what you do. I don't know. I probably, like, if I was going to play something like Path of Exile, I probably wouldn't follow a build guide or, like, try and do something cookie cutter. I'd probably just play it. Because I think it's the replayability where you probably want to min-max on a build. But the first time you do it, you probably just want to play it, right? And just, you know, work it out. Because if the very first time you do something, you just follow a guide on how to do it, I don't think you're going to extract the enjoyment from it. Where's this goddamn nest? These usually spawn pretty quickly. Still 2 more to get. This is one of them. You know full well the second I move from this spot, it'll spawn. Whatever. When do you think we get the patch, though? Well, patch 9.1.5 is going to hit the PTR in the next day or so. I would imagine it'll be at least 4 weeks before the patch launches. There's usually at least a couple of weeks of PTR testing, a couple of weeks of balancing, and then it goes live. They might bang it out a little bit quicker since it's, you know, it's not a major content patch. They've probably got most of the stuff done. There's not really that much that needs to be, you know, tested because it's not, you know, it's not a content patch. So it might be a bit quicker, but it's still I would say end of September, absolute earliest. Why can I not click the thing? There we go. Patch 9.0.5 came at renown 40, so it might be at 80. Well, actually, patch 9.0.5 came way after we hit level, way after we got 40. There was a good few weeks after, because that was the expectation, right? To begin with, we expected patch 9.1 to launch not soon after we hit renown 40, because, you know, that would have made sense, right? I think we almost had I think we were almost renowned 40 before we even knew that patch 9.0.5 was going to be a thing. Because I had a speculation video. I seem to remember doing a speculation video on what was going to happen in patch 9.1. And I was already like renowned 36, 37, something like that. We were very close to being renowned 40 before we even knew that there was going to be a mid-patch. But equally, there's a chance I've, you know, got that wrong. No, don't pew-pew the dude until I get there. Ah, he's got loads of health left, we're fine. Where's my pet gone? Where's he at? He's stuck. Of course he's stuck. Sure, fine, whatever. They must do it within a month if they want their game alive. Well, yeah, this is one part of it though, for sure. They're going to have... They've got more of a reason than they probably ever have before to get this patch out soon. But the problem is it's not a content patch. This is going to be the frustration. If you remember when we had patch 9.0.5, the only real thing we got was Valor and some retuning to the legendaries. Outside of that, it was nothing. This is not going to be a patch that will bring people back to the game. The patch that will bring people back to the game will be patch 9.2. So they've not necessarily got quite as much of a fire under their arse to get 9.0.5 out, because they don't expect it to be the one that's going to bring people back anyway. It's getting patch 9.2 ready that will be the big thing for them to focus on. Right, we need a whole bunch of Razorwing Talons apparently. Where are they? Can we kill you? 9.0.5 was March the 9th. So a good... When was that? A good 4 months after the game came out then. When did the game come up? November 30th? So yeah. I don't know. A while. To be fair, for those people who didn't do alts, being opened up to doing like 4 or 5 alts to play will feel like there's a lot of content. Alts are fun when it's not overly repetitive though, that's the problem. And unfortunately for a lot of people it is repetitive, because the current content is Korthia. Whether you're doing Korthia on your main character or you're doing it on an alt, it feels basically the same. But yeah, I do kind of, I get your point. If people were more open to play alts, then maybe. But the weird one, I guess this is maybe a good thing that they're making the game a lot more alt friendly. it'll give more people more reasons to continue playing, even past the point where they've done everything on their main. "20 days left on my sub." Well, yeah, there's the deadline for them then. Oh, we done with stuff over here? We pretty much are, aren't we? If we hand all of this in though, we're still not going to get what we need. Mythic Plus is super good if you enjoy gameplay. Also, raiding on alts. That's the nice thing about WoW. It's that there's enough classes where doing the same thing on an alt feels different. Yeah, this was the one thing that drew my attention to WoW for many, many years. It almost felt like there was an unlimited amount of stuff to do because the different classes were different enough. And I get that. Just just playing a different character can make the same content feel different. But the frustration is that the lion's share of people's focus and attention is on this one zone. This one zone which is middle of the pack, I would say, in terms of expansion zones. It's probably on a par with Mechagon, but, not really much more. It's definitely no Timeless Isle or Isle of Thunder but it's middle of the pack. The problem with this zone more than anything, like we talked about earlier, is that you can zerg 90% of what it has to offer in a week. But then after that point, it's just a slog. And that's not fun on alts. Just play Fire Mage. Yeah, all that, I suppose. Oh! The dailies give you 8% now. The dailies only used to give you 5%. They've made Shaping Fate easier to do as well. Well, well, well. $62. Arcane Mage, oh my days, 60k DPS on some big pulls, and then you're playing a warrior that's doing 9k. Oh dear. We hit Renowned 40 on the 9th of March. When did, on the 9th of March we hit 40. So week of October the 19th will be Renown 80. If we hit Renown 40 on the 9th of March, when did 9.0.5 was March 9th? Oh, literally the same day. No. Huh, fair enough. Proven wrong. Where's our chest gone? Here it is. What? The Wild Hunt. What did we get here? Earn exalted status with the Wild Hunt. Oh. Cool. Sure. Didn't realise I wasn't. Apparently I wasn't. Get rid of some of this trash. Let's go hand in our Archivist Codexy stuff because we got 1500 here. And now let's, we can just hearth back to our covenant at this point. $9.2 in October. I doubt very much we'll get 9.2 in October. 1.5 end of September, early October. I don't think we're going to get 9.2 until next year. Is my opinion on it, because the only thing they might want to do, they might try and get 9.2 out for the holiday season, but there's always complaints when they do that, because if they release a new raid over the holiday season, the big holiday season, that is Christmas, it frustrates a lot of players because they don't always have the opportunity to play then. But from a business perspective, it's not the worst thing to do, because, you know, Christmas is where the money's at. 9.2 late November, December, but optimistically January. I would imagine it, like, yeah, they're either going to want to push it for the holiday season, which will be early to mid-December, or it'll be January. And I'm far more of the opinion that they should take their time and get it right, because they cannot rush this, they cannot fuck this up again. If they rush it and they fuck it up again, then God only help them. Did I fix my venture plan so that it doesn't break? Because that should be our 21st follower. Doesn't look to be broken. Where was it broken? Oh, it was broken here. Oh, okay. Now the thing just kind of goes out the window a bit. Alright, fine. I should update my cheat sheet, actually. 21. Scripe from Echo said that they want a launch to be about the 20th of December or later, because then the Mythic Raid will open in January after Xmas is done. See, that sounds kind of smart. You're going to capture the Christmas audience. You're also going to allow people to engage in the content. Don't rush it so players can complain even more that it takes way too long for content to come out. Yeah, they almost can't win, and if you're in a situation where you can't win, you should do the thing that is going to produce the best outcome, right? If you're in a lose-lose situation to begin with, at least make sure that whichever option you do choose is the best option. If they release it early, and it's shit, then that's bad. If they take their time, people will complain that they're taking their time, but if when they release it and they've taken their time it's good, then they'll get forgiven for taking that extra time. That's my view on it, at least, anyway. Forcing content out just to hit a deadline is obviously not worked for Blizzard in the past, and if they're going to make changes, they should be doing it now. Right, my bags are officially a bit gross, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It's not Blizzard that decides on the deadline. Well, exactly, yeah. The internal politics, they are what they are. If they are forced to work to a deadline, then, well, maybe they'll have to, you know, work to a deadline, but who knows. Do it right, do it fast, don't screw up. Sounds like something my wife would say. I've got 88 Corthite crystals just kicking about. I should really do something with these. Right, if we want to go on a bit of an anima loop, what is the maximum amount of anima that we could run around and hoover up right now? There's 2.6k anima up for grabs if we go do some worm quests. Well, there's 1,000 really easy. It would be stupid of me not to go and do these. Like, there's the world boss. There's also amateur night. So there's 1,000 anima for nearly no effort whatsoever. So let's get those done. We got ourselves about 2,000 anima just purely by running through Korthia really quickly. So. And we didn't even min-max Korthia, like, in the slightest. They delayed Shadowlands, so Blizzard definitely in charge of deadlines. Just think they have no interest in delaying if possible. Even if, the thing is the decisions that have been made in the past should not really reflect the decisions they make going forward. I do agree though that just do it right. Just the players will wait. If the players will wait for you to release a good game. If I accept this, I'm going to spawn out of this one, aren't I? Of course I am. God damn. Just make bug-free code. Yeah, just don't fuck it up. It's easy. Just don't do stupid things. Just don't be stupid. Why can we not pew-pew in what happened? The real truth is, honestly, that players will be there regardless, which is what they know, good, bad, or well, I mean, yes, it is true. Some players will, but it doesn't take a business genius to work out that that won't last forever. Now, maybe they don't want it to last forever, but I think they would probably like to get a few more expansions out of World of Warcraft before they have to call it a day. Counterexample, do you ever expect Star Citizen to launch? Well, that's true. That thing's been in development for 10 years at this point. But hopefully if they do, get their act together and actually release it, it might be quite good. Or it could just be one of those games that sits in early access, like, forever. Alright, Carl, one more opponent. One more opponent. Star Citizen already earns pretty money. I've not really paid much attention to that game. It's one that one of my mates was talking about, like, constantly for a long time, but even he's shut up about it now, so I don't really know what's going on with it. Whether it's actually a thing yet or not. Right, time to fly, time to grab a drink. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, boys and girls. Occupy yourselves for a couple of minutes. I'm going to go get a drink and I'll be back with you in 2. Alrighty, how we doing? There's some talk about a WoW 2. It'll just never happen. I mean, yeah, it's just not going to. The only thing that they might do is, I mean, if they did, it wouldn't be labelled as WoW 2. They would just, you know, make a new MMO. And it would have to have, like, it'd have to be significantly different. And they would just have to then really tone down WoW. They could take inspiration from World of Warcraft, but they would never make, like, a WoW 2. But a new MMO, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, without a doubt, Blizzard are the #1 gaming developer when it comes to MMOs. They've not only created an MMO that's lasted 15 years, they've also created an MMO that has lasted 15 years and, you know, been considered the best MMO for a lot of that time as well. Without question, they kind of know what they're doing, but they've made some silly mistakes. MMOs are expensive, though. This is the problem. This was always the problem back in the day. The MMOs are expensive. They are arguably the most expensive format of game to create. They take the most amount of development time. They take the most man hours to build. The desire for them to be always on and always rich of content means that you have a very, or in theory at least, you should have a very strenuous development cycle that never really ends. At least if you create almost any other game, you have an idea, you have a plan, you execute it, and then either that game is a success or it's not. MMOs just don't work like that. Which is why you don't see many of them. Right, all the pew-pews, let's go.
Run away, little girl.
Nah, we ain't doing no runaways. Forget the runaways. That's what we got healers for, right? Do runaways like a wuss. There seems to be more and more calling, though, for Blizzard to just remove factions. Almost as if now that the imbalance between Horde and Alliance from a competitive standpoint is so broad that it might just be the solution to just remove. But the problem is from a storyline perspective, how the hell would you do that? Without it just feeling weird. If all of a sudden you could just, as an alliance, you could just start strolling around Orgrimmar and everything was fine, it just, something about that would feel odd. But I don't know. We're all friends now? Well, I guess in a way, yeah. Oh, here we get a piece of gear. Cool, great, thanks. Okay, do we want to involve ourselves with going on any more of an anima grind? Or should we sensibly just tick off some of the big ticket things on another couple of characters? Doing world quests for the purpose of grinding anima, regardless of how fruitful they are, gives me a kind of weird, sickly feeling. I can't lie. To farm anima, you see, I'd almost rather run around and kill rares and try and get pets and tick off boxes on all the things than just doing all the world quests. Maybe we should just jump on our alts and repeat the process on our alts a little bit. So we capped out on renown though, just real quick. 64, we're capped on renown at least. I should get into the mindset of just doing, like, completing stuff on one character. Callings I just can't be doing with. Too much like hard work for not really any reward. What I haven't done actually is check my auctions today. Not that that's highly engaging content, but it's something I do need to do. It's half back. Let's claim this anima. Let's dump it into our reservoir. Actually, thinking about it, even when we get the ability to transfer anima from one character to another, the bottleneck is then going to be souls, isn't it? You're still going to be time gated by the amount of souls that you can gather for upgrading your sanctum. So you're still not going to be able to zerg the sanctum that quickly because you're going to be limited by souls all of a sudden. Are they going to do anything about that? Who knows? That probably does mean we need to go to the maw on a few of our characters actually. At least make sure we're capped out on souls on our alts. Can't have everything. Hey, our Blizzard parents are going through a divorce at the moment. If we want it, we ask for it. We'll probably get it from one of them. Save 100 souls in the maw. Yeah. Maybe that will be a quest. We need 12,500 though for the next upgrade. We've got the souls for it. Tomorrow we'll get another 20 souls, or next week, next reset we'll get another 20 souls. It's going to be a couple of weeks before we can get this anyway. So theoretically, actually grinding out the animas, neither here nor there, because we'll get the anima way before we have the actual souls to do it with anyway. But at least we're 3 of 3. At least we're 3 of 3. Means anytime we do go out and gather anima, we're getting more of it than we naturally would do. What do I get by rank 4 of this thing? Forged Friends. Grants you the 4th rank of prowess in the abominable stitching. You can now create 2 dangerous high-end constructs, as well as a bag of treats to lure Twig into your side. Use your constructs to access more unique rewards. Alright. Have I, am I exalted with my Stitch Masters, or whatever they're called yet? Oh, we're only revered with the Stitch Masters. If I go do the Stitch Mastery stuff though, we could you get stupid amounts of experience for doing that. Maybe we should go do that real quick. I mean, it's not necessarily real quick, but Abomination Factory weekly quests. Let's go do this one. I've not done this for a while. In my quest to, you know, tick all of the boxes. If we're going to do everything in each covenant, we should actually, you know, do everything in each covenant. Especially now we've got flying, this whole thing's much easier. Much quicker. Apart from the one stupid one where you have to find the... I don't know if there's any of you guys out there that play Necrolords on a regular, but the one dude where you have to just find lucky dudes. Oh my god, that quest is painful. Do you need the rep though? Paying 30k for Mogs? Yeah, Chordy. Chordy can go for a long walk off a small pier. a cosmetic. Interesting. Recruit? Did I not recruit Flytrap? I thought I recruited Flytrap. He's there. He's like literally here. Zygor's having a problem. Sure. 30k for Mog in Stitch Masters. Well, if you pay 30k for your Mog, it's kind of done in one go, though, right? Isn't that kind of like the point? Where's the dude that you buy things with? This dude. Let me browse your goods. What anima dumps do we have here? What do we need to start ticking off our list? We can get all the pets. We can get all the pets for 1,000 anima apiece. Sable, Bright Scale Hatchling, Plague Louse Larva, Corpulent Bone Tusk. There comes a point though, right, where we could actually start cashing in this anima for these pets and seeing how well the pets sell. Now, arguably, they probably don't sell for a lot, but... and then the mounts. We need to be exalted to get the mounts. They're 5,000 apiece. So there's 20k just for the mounts. Who's the other dude that sells the... You're the one that sells... Damn! Stitch Masters are the Arsenal Stitch Masters weapons. 30,000 anima, 750 anima touched weapon fragments. Or that... What the... Sure. I have no idea how I get those. But if I'm going to go for appearances, that's going to cost me a lot. Undying Army weapon cache. So does this mean you can random gamble for them? Is that what these are? Weapon Satchel of the Wild Hunt, Court of Harvesters, Undying Army, Chest of Arms. So you can random... Is that what this is? You can random gamble for them through these things, or you can just buy the entire set. Is that how it works? So is that indicative of the fact that you're going to have to spend way more than 30,000? Have I got that right? Don't know. I should probably have looked at this like 12 years ago, but who knows? Whatever. Right, let's go and do whatever it is we need to do here. Skip this step. What? Recheck the route. I've recruited Flytrap. Cure 15 plague-ridden survivors with Roseboil. Okay, let's roll. Let's get these Stitch Masters up. Let's actually start, you know, working on our Covenant properly. Where's Roseboil? Oh, what? Now Flytrap turned up. God damn, now I've got to tell you to go home. Clunky as hell. There we go. There we go. Oh, it only caught 2 of them. Of course it did. Alright, well, we'll come back. We're not doing 1 at a time. At least 2 at a time, please. Preferably 3 at a time. Oh, does it disappear every time I fly? Oh, good God. Okay, come back. We'll stay on foot then. We've got a 15-second cooldown between pressing the buttons, so... How about this for engaging content? Press a button every 15 seconds. Don't you love it? Oh, the satisfaction. Yeah, if I mount up, then my companion disappears. and then it takes 15 seconds for the companion to spawn back again. So maybe this 20-second cooldown is not that bad, as if you fly from pack to pack, you have to wait for your dude to turn up again anyway. Oh dear, oh dear. Perfectly polished. Nothing but the best from Blizzard. Daily is such a waste of time. I don't know who thought that was a good cooldown. Yeah, who thought 20 seconds on a cooldown? But it's not like you have to do anything either. It is literally that. You just wait 20 seconds and press a button. And this is what's considered a weekly quest, because it takes you almost a week to do it. Right, 2 more. Can we grab these guys if they cluster up, maybe? You guys look like you want to be regenerated. Oh god! Out of the 3, 2 of them turned round. Okay, we've got to wait another 20 seconds then. Oh, I'm glad I can find some amusement in this. Sometimes when quests are that bad, they're just funny because they're that bad. Boom! Done. Where are we going now? Into a broker's portal. Need to do one with Atticus this time. It was amazing when more people did that quest, waiting a group for the cooldown only for somebody to swoop in and ninja them. Oh god, yeah. That would be funny. Well, I mean, it's the exact opposite of funny, but it's, you know what I mean. Where's Grizzlebeak then? Does he give me anything that I actually want? Where's all the things gone? Where's my all the things? Shift. Hang on, which one is it? The mini list. Control left click. That one. There we go. Let's put that up in the corner. Do we need to kill this dude? What is it? What is he called? Grizzlebeak. Where's the rares? Grizzlebeak. No, he doesn't give us anything that we need, so he can survive for another day. Oh, token price in the NA is nearly 200,000 gold. 200,000 gold. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's actually come down in the EU. It was 287,000 gold yesterday. It's come down 10k. I mean, I can't imagine the NA are best pleased about 200k for a token. That's got a sting. NA was 206 yesterday. Was it really? Oh no! Oh no! They've broke the 200k barrier. Well, Zan, didn't you say it was your fault that it went up in the EU yesterday? Welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. What do we do with this thing? You just pew it. I should have paid attention. I guess we pew it. Don't stand in the thing. There we go. Maybe. Said on stream a few weeks ago, buy your tokens at 230. I mean, I did. I maxed out my Blizzard balance. I think I paid 245. I think for my tokens when I maxed my balance out. going to be scary when we break the 300k barrier, though, in the EU. It's been a wow. I mean, I think at that point it will quite genuinely be Legion, won't it? That the would have been the last time that was a thing. Can't say I'm looking forward to 300k tokens. It made me check. It's been 6 years of WoW token sub, around almost 1,000 euros saved. Yeah, I mean well, I mean technically on my NA account I'm paying for that with my credit card right now, but that's the first time I've taken my credit card out my pocket to pay for a Blizzard game for a long time. Can't do that right now? Oh, okay, well, drop that then. Let's get Flytrap on the go. No, we have to get rid of Atticus first. Oh! I remember why I didn't do these quests. What? Why can't I get on your back? Oh, click the button. There we go. Yes, need a lift. Right, now we roll. I am riding Flytrap. Zygore's having a difficult time today. Maybe some leveling in BFA after level 50. Oh, someone leveling in BFA after 50. Oh dear. Hey, maybe. Oh dear. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Just level my monk in 20 to 30 minutes with flying and opening chests. Gives 7 to 9k XP with rested. Holy smoke. That's crazy. How do we feel about the arbitrary requirement for sending anima to alts? I mean, yeah, it's a great example of, you know, Blizzard's ability to go, yeah, but it's like they can never just do a good thing. Like, people have been asking to send anima places, but now that they say, oh, you can send anima, but only when you have absolutely no reason for it to be on that character ever again. Oh, great. So actually, yeah, I mean, it somewhat makes sense, sure, but like you said, it's an arbitrary requirement that doesn't need to be there, really. The fact that it is unnecessary. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, you can send it to alts only when you've farmed 85,000 of it. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, at this point, why does it matter? Like, genuinely, at this point, why does it matter? Like, everything, by Blizzard's own admission, everything to do with anima, for the most part, is cosmetic. It's pets, it's mounts, it's toys, it's transmog. It's nothing that's actually directly linked to player power or progression. So, and especially since these Covenant features, the main Covenant features, the Abomination Station, the Queen's Conservatory, all of these sorts of things were meant to be the fun stuff that you do as part of your Covenant in your spare time. The fact that they've locked it behind just outrageous amounts of anima grinding to even do it in the first place. And then if you happen to be Kyrian and you're doing the Path of Ascension, you're time gated even further from doing it because you have to collect the stupid tokens to even play the game. Your Venthyr party, you do it once a week anyway. this Necrolord Abomination station is basically useless. I'm just doing it to get the pets and mounts. It seems silly. Just let people have... Look, if you've earned the anima on a character, send it to an alt if you want it on an alt, because there's a mount... It just seems dumb. But yeah, I agree. If you've played the game casually since the start, then the requirement is nothing since you have your Covenant maxed out. Yeah, but the point is there are people who haven't played casually since the start. There were people that played casually in 9.0 for a month or two whilst the game was new and fresh and fun and then quit. There were people that did the exact same thing again in 9.1. They turned up, they played the game for a couple of months and then they disappeared again. Those people are the ones that will come back and go, oh, cool, I can send my anima to my alts. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's like, It's not Blizzard's problem though, to be fair. I mean, it kind of is. It's their problem when people get annoyed by it again. I mean, it's absolutely Blizzard's problem. I mean, Blizzard are pulling every... We were talking about this earlier, that Blizzard are literally pulling every single easy win out their pocket that they can get their hands on at the moment. So we can't really complain too much, considering that, you know, there's a... Hang on, where are we going here? Am I the wrong side of the wall? We can't complain too much because there are a lot of quality of life improvements coming in the next patch. But like I said yesterday when we took an overview of all of this, that's all good and well. But I'm not going to give Blizzard a pat on the back for doing it, because they should have done it in the first place. Nobody made you quit. No one made you not level your Sanctum. It's really that simple. I think you've lost the plot, my friend. I think you've genuinely lost the plot on that one. If Blizzard create a system that is not fun or engaging to deal with because of the unnecessary grind associated with it, it is entirely their problem when people don't do it. It couldn't be further from their problem. They developed a bad system. The grind for anima in patch 9.0 was offensive, like borderline offensive. There was not a hope in hell that anybody was going to, without serious amounts of dedication, was going to get their Covenant thing maxed out. That's not to say that there are players that haven't maxed it out. I'm not sure. I mean, ask somebody that bought the game, ask somebody that continues to pay monthly to play the game. It is entirely Blizzard's fault if they don't maintain my entertainment in it. I can't see how you'd think it anything other, but I don't know. What's going on here? There we go. Do I need to do this with the right dude out? I probably do. You need to go away. Let's get Professor out. RP value? They live and die by that shit? I don't agree, but we all know what it is. No point in not acknowledging it. I genuinely don't understand what you mean by that, but sure. Let's kill this dude real quick. "178 days ago I logged into retail. Example of auction house. Pocketed Bone Fist, average sale price 30 gold, now it's 8 silver. I'm way behind, need an overhaul." How times do change. How times do change. The whole reason we couldn't swap Covenants for 9 months was entirely because they wanted it to feel like you made a choice. A meaningful RPG-esque choice. But we didn't make a choice. The choice was made for us. The choice was made for us primarily on the fact that the Covenants weren't made equally. Because they attached player power to it. And if you attach player power to an RPG game where there's a competitive element, all of a sudden that choice is no longer yours. The choice is whichever one is going to give you the best level of performance. And that was proven by just how many people metaslave. If it was purely an RPG-esque choice, they wouldn't have linked player power to it. But they did. If it was purely like if Anima and your Sanctum was like the little mini game, if it was, you know, getting your portal to that sort of stuff, 90% of it, I do agree with you that it is just an RPG-esque thing. If you want to look like a vampire, you go Venthyr. If you like to, you know, run around as a fairy, then you go Night Fae. If you want to, you know, there are many reasons why you'd pick up one Covenant over another from an RP sort of role-playing aspect. But the overriding point of the game is to be somewhat competitive, because there's the MMO bit, right? The MMO bit in front of the RPG bit is the one that attracts most people, and in many people's eyes takes a precedent over the RPG bit. The massive multiplayer online game where you join up with a bunch of mates and go kill something with a common task, it is of a higher importance to most people than looking like a vampire or a fairy. Now, if they hadn't linked any of that player powerness to the Covenants, then I would agree with you that, yeah, jumping between them would, for starters, you wouldn't need to. You'd pick the one that you enjoyed the most based on the aesthetics and the toys and the mounts that you could get from it. But when one Covenant can give you 5% more damage than choosing the other Covenant, the choice was made for you. You do not need to be the most optimal MDI running perfect domination sockets to do everything you want in the game. It's that simple. No, I know you don't. But it's definitely a help if you do. I mean, I'm running around as a hunter and I'm Necrolord. I mean, that kind of proves a point, right? That I don't care that much. And I understand that. But it definitely helps. If you're running a race, it is better to be driving the faster car. Can you still win without having the fastest car? Sure, you probably can. But it's easier if you are in the fastest car. See, the logic is why Blizz puts all these things into the game, because people will literally optimize the fun out of the game. But Blizzard... yeah, but that wasn't our choice. That's my point. If they had made it equal for the Covenants... If it was equal from the beginning for the Covenants, then people would have chosen, it would have been your choice. Who is forcing you? I'm not. Yep. Sure. Alright, fine. This is a good example of contrast of opinions. And I like having these little debates because they do, you get to see other viewpoints for sure. But the reality of a game which has a competitive element, it's considerably more beneficial to do what is competitive than what is not. You're going to have a much easier time, you know, like I said, in simple terms, it's easier to win the race if you're driving the fastest car. If you wish to artificially impose a disadvantage on yourself, then that is equally your choice, sure. But, you know, if everybody was given the same speed car to begin with, then it's a fair choice. I know I'm linking it to cars and using a metaphor for cars, but it seems to be an easier one for people to, you know, to grasp. Can I kill these without... In fact, let's make sure I've got the right dude out real quick. You need to go home. We need Mars out, apparently. Let's pew-pew some of these dudes. What's his ability? It reduces incoming damage to the construct and taunts. Oh, so he's just a tank for us. Oh, that's cool. Pocket tank? Who doesn't love a pocket tank? I kind of have one of those because I'm a hunter anyway, but sure. Do we need to do anything else here apart from just kill these dudes? I don't think we do. 9 of 15, just kill enemies. Cool. Easy game. Speed through this then. Game was never alt friendly, but Shadowlands move it into a different level. Playing multiple roles or different content with the same tune was never this bad. Best in slot Covenant for raid might cripple you in PvP, so when you choose a Covenant, all you choose is the content of which you care for most. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Only reinforces the fact that if there's a meaningful choice, but that meaningful choice restricts your ability to perform at your utmost in one of the 3 key areas of the game, is probably why it wasn't a great system. Now, I was deliberately careful with my wording there. That you can obviously still be part of one Covenant and go and do the other things. But the point is you can only be at the utmost level of competitiveness in one aspect of the game, due to player power being attached to the Covenants. Which, choice aside, surely everybody understands that that's not a good design aspect. Wow, was that 15 of 15? That one was really quick. That one was really quick. You can literally play the most off-meta trash. Like, I could play a Necro Survival Hunter and easily slam Keystone Master at least. Player ability is what people choose. The reason the Raider IO exists. If you're picking class over player skill, you're failing WoW 101, especially for pugs. Host your own key. I mean, sure. The data proves differently, but sure. I mean, the frustrating thing here is I'm taking the side of what is wrong. Ultimately, I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. It shouldn't matter. But my point is that, unfortunately, the way the game is currently, and the way the majority of the player base play, even if it's outside of your choice, the way that the majority of the player base plays is based upon the fundamental that if you're not meta-slaving, you're not competitive. Whether that actually be accurate or not, it is the way that the majority of the player base plays. So, right or wrong, you kind of have to either play along with it or you are at a disadvantage. Is it great? No. I would absolutely prefer it to be that everybody can play whatever the hell they want to play. But the issue is that's not actually... I mean, in a utopia world, cool, great. But it's not. Which is the problem. What do we do with these things? Requires mirror of ancient teachings, ancient instructors. This feels like a world quest. That's the world quest thing. What's this thing? Just defeat things. Okay, cool. Pew pew. Let's keep on track. There's one of those mirror doodahs. Okay. Kill you, kill you. Oh, hang on, they're part of another quest. We'll come back to those. There's 4 of 8. I think we've I think this topic of conversation's touched a nerve with a few people. That certainly wasn't my intention. Oh dear, what have we started? But this is good though, right? It shows that, like, the fact that people are still willing to get passionate about the game shows that regardless of who is kind of like on which side of the discussion you're on, the fact that the passion is there in the first place is only a good thing, right? It indicates that everybody still does actually show a good amount of care and passion for the game when it's needed. And given the best opportunities, everybody would love to you know, play this game even more than what they do. And it's just hoping here that, you know, I guess one of the biggest things that people want to see is they just want to see Blizzard learn from their mistakes. Where they've implemented something and where they've had to questionably backtrack, regardless of lore or anything else, they've arguably backtracked on things, that maybe next time they don't do it again. But it's when they do it again and they repeatedly do it again where, you know, frustration kicks in. But for as long as people stay passionate about the game, which, like I said, whichever side of the discussion you end up being on, the passion for the game is good. That can only be a good thing. So I apologise if we if we touched nerves with a few people. That was not my intentions with the start of this discussion, but impart 3 ancient teachings. Okay, is that what we do here? Requires mirror of ancient... Oh no, hang on, this is the one where you gather a bunch of stuff and then combine them, isn't it? There we go, there's our 3 mirrors. I remember this one now. I need another. Here we go. This is one. This should be the last one, right? No? Hang on. What are we missing now? In part 3, Ancient Teachings still on. Hey! Alright, we need to pew more stuff. More deeps. I need to kill one more manifestation. That should be you, right? Yeah, there we go. Back to enjoying goal making. I usually like to watch the fireworks. I tend to not enjoy so much being in the middle of the fireworks. Where is these mirrors things that I can click on? I've only found, I think, 3 of them. I need to find a bunch more. No, that one's not open. The one in the middle's not. Oh, where am I missing them? Necessary construct is not present. Oh! That's probably why it's all gone. See, where's Sabrina gone? There we go. Aha! Right, I actually needed to click on that dude. Goddamn stupid quest. Yeah, this is the problem, that if you mount up, your dude disappears. Or dudette in this situation. Sabrina, I guess, is meant to be a female one. Is that 8 of 8? Are we done? Speak to something somewhere. Made my killing of trash and AQ40 a bit more entertaining. Hey, if it's entertaining, I'm all happy with it. 1.6 million sales overnight. Who says you need to cancel scan on legendaries? 1.6 mil overnight. That's crazy, especially with today's prices. That's 20 legendaries right there. Holy smoke. I've not even checked my auctions today. I get see the second I'm a big advocate for make a lot of gold when there's lots of gold to be made, and then don't even think about it the rest of the time. I'll do some cancel scanning tomorrow. Probably, we'll see. I'm trying to take it a little bit easy over today and tomorrow because I had my Corona jab number 2 yesterday. I feel alright at the moment. No symptoms, luckily, but I still want to take it a little bit easy. So we'll probably just chill out, do some cancel scans tomorrow. But of course it's reset day tomorrow, so everything pops off. Amen on that logic. Scaled down my Legos massively since 9.1. Yeah, making gold when it's, profitable to do so, sure. The phrase I like is make hay whilst the sun shines. If the sun's out, it's good to go. Between patches though, when the clouds roll in, just go out and do other stuff. 20, it's 40 plus Legos on NA. Yeah, I should check my NA character actually. At least do a repost on his auctions as well. How many more of our abomination stuff do we have? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 2 more to do. Old stomping grounds and the valuable things left. Oh no, that's going to be stupid Chordy and his flipping lucky doos. Alright, got some lucky doos to get. Hang on, that was in Revendreth. Haven't we been to Revendreth on this journey? I don't know, whatever. Whatever. Up to 25, the 50 plus character. Up to 25 50 plus characters now. That's pretty impressive. Halfway. Oh, 50 plus. You want to get them to 60 though. Okay, that's the hot damn. Made out like a bandit, fully cornered 230s at the beginning of the patch. 22 million in 2 days. Barely been doing anything since, just a steady 800 or so every few days since. My TSM is a meme. Yeah, the first to market advantage is ridiculous. This is why I tend to spend a lot of time on the PTR, a lot of time, you know, making sure I'm up to date with patch notes, and I recommend others do the same. Don't purely rely on content creators to do it for you, because, I mean, we're not the most reliable of people at the best of times. But yeah, if you can be first to market in something, you can do some ludicrous stuff. PTR opening later today, possibly. Now they don't always launch the PTR at exactly reset time. In past, they sometimes stagger it, so we'll have to see. But as soon as the PTR does pop up, we'll of course have a look. What a news story. 50 minutes ago somebody called the police about a kid screaming for help. Norwegian police showed up. Turns out the kid was screaming for help in a game. Oh no. Oh dear. Back up, I knew he's probably just playing Call of Duty. Feds turn up at his door. Oh no. Hang on, why am I not flying? Can arcane crystals be prospected from ore? No idea. No idea. Okay. I've just seen that TSM graph. Yeah, that's a bit of a meme of a graph. Well, there we go. The effort that you put in those first, I'd say probably 4 days in Korthia, has ultimately meant that you probably don't ever have to pay for World of Warcraft ever again. Ooh, a chest with nothing but a piece of slumber powder in it that was worth 16 gold. Alright, that was the most disappointing chest I think I've ever opened. Oh, hang on, I've got to be careful. If I mount up, I'm going to lose my dude again, aren't I? So, ground mounts only. Oh, somebody else is doing the quest. Steal their anima cones. Yoink. Oh, they're all over the place. Oh, no, now that... Oh, what? Come on, pop back up. There we go. Lovely stuff. It was gross to get server first rank 4. Never again. I don't know. When the payoff is that big, why not? You know. 4 days of effort for, what was it, like 20, 30 mil or something stupid? How did I stamp here and they turn up all the way over there? It doesn't make any sense. Right, we need 15 of these in total. Then we got to do Chordy's stupid quest. I'm glad that Zygor leaves Chordy's quest to last, because it's so annoying to do. I'm almost tempted to just not do it. It's weird because the stars kind of align for that to happen. My pricing was what made it go so crazy. Opted to sell them for 27.5k each instead of trying to gouge 60k plus. Just made the quantity fly out. There's I don't know what the technical term is for it. There probably is one. We need a lazy goal maker or somebody with some, you know, actual qualifications behind this. But there is definitely a concept of that you can for sure overprice something. Obviously, everybody understands the concept of underpricing something, but you can definitely overprice something as well. You want to find where that sweet spot is. And the difficulty comes from the fact that you can never accurately predict where that sweet spot is. There's an element of intuition about the whole thing. But this is kind of what the transmog market could do with, right? The transmog market is based upon this entire theory that there is a limit, there is a price that somebody will pay for any given item. Its extrinsic value is definitely there for the right person. I spoke about this a little bit earlier. Let me just clarify really quickly. Intrinsic value in something is the cost of the materials that it's made of, basically. So in transmog terms, the intrinsic value of a piece of transmog is basically nothing. You could claim that, well, for crafted transmog, it's easy, right? Because crafted transmog, it's the value of the materials that go into making it. But there is an extrinsic value, which is determined on things like rarity and demand and that sort of stuff. And there is a scale between those 2 points, right? Is it price elasticity of demand? I mean, that sounds fancy enough, it's probably true. But you want to try and position the pricing of your stuff to be not only to be attractive to as many people as possible. I guess that's probably the smart way of describing it. If you're pricing your transmog so it's, you know, it's attractive to that one dude that needs it as the last piece of his collection and is willing to pay a premium because of that, then you are waiting on that one guy to come and buy it. But if you price it at a point that is closer to its intrinsic value, but is then more so aligned with what somebody might just buy it for because it looks kind of cool, it's not too expensive, you'll end up selling a lot more. Now, overall, I've probably not done a great job of describing that, but I hope some of you are keeping up. And so, like what Void was saying earlier, that like by choosing to post things at 20, let's just say 30k for ease of conversation, choosing to post things at 30k when he could have theoretically posted them at 60, in turn, even though his prices were half what they could have been, he probably sold twice as much off the back of that decision. If he'd priced everything at 60k, there'd be less people that would be willing to spend 60k on that item. And so he would have still sold stuff at 60k, but he probably wouldn't have sold as much. And as I like to I like to push the opinion that turnover is king. Like, if you focus on just selling lots of stuff frequently, the profit will just turn up naturally. How much gold would really a casual player actually consider for a decent size upgrade? What other realms were trying to price it for, etc.? Yeah, so something sold is better than nothing sold. Yeah, true. Right, let's head over to Raven. Yeah, last one. Revendreth, here we come. Let's get Chordy out, and we can smash this out. We're almost done. The fact it was costing me 3k-ish to craft each, 27.5k is just massive gain compared to I've wanted to do this for a little while. The problem is I don't really care much for the transmog market in the first place, which is why I haven't. I've tried to do this a little bit in the past, but never really come up with a solution that I was happy with. There has to be a way, though, to deal with the transmog market that primarily incentivizes turnover rather than individual profit. Because if you focus on individual profit, the outcome of that is that you in fact need 2,000 items listed on the auction house, which means that's the equivalent of just overgearing something, right? You overgear it, and so you can pew and you basically win with no effort. Which is the approach that many people take to the transmog market. But the big problem in that is you have to be posting 2,000 items all the time. Secondly, you have to somehow acquire those 2,000 items to begin with. If you were to spend a little bit more time and effort focusing on proactive selling of the transmog items, you would need considerably less of an inventory. You wouldn't have to do anywhere near as much as farming, and on top of that, you'd probably make considerably more gold from the market itself. There's got to be a solution out there. I've just not put the time and effort in to do it because I'm not overly invested in transmog to begin with. Left the transmog market completely for Shadowlands. Still far more profitable to do a cancel scan on Legos than just reposting the items. Yeah, if you take it by just strictly item numbers, yeah, probably true. Never felt that transmog's constant enough, at least for me. Also having to farm it versus buy it / craft it for profit is also a bit meh. Based on this is the thing. Like the sale rates on the sale, if you look at the average item that's 50,000 gold listed for 50,000 gold on your auction house, the sale rate on that stuff is probably 0.01 or 0.02. The sale rate is dog doo-doo. Actual dog doo-doo. But if you were to acquire those pieces, either through crafting them or through farming them, and were actually to cut the price in half, would you, by cutting the price in half, end up selling it quicker? And if you do, is it more beneficial to sell it quicker and sell it for less, or to sell it for more and it take forever to sell? It's one of those where you'll never actually have you can never compare apples to apples because you can't do the same thing twice. You can never get a fully fair test on that. But it's these kind of things this is why goal making interests me, because there's lots of different ways to approach things. Rarely is there actually what you'd consider a correct answer. Right then, Chordy, let's get you done. Go find those lucky doos. Don't fail me now. We want 100% success rate on Lucky Doos, please. That's a reasonable start. 1. I smell it nearby. Nearby is not good enough. Nearby is not good enough. Where is it? Is this? Oh, there is actually one here. 2 for 2. Maybe I'll let you off, Geordie. We might be friends today. Three for 3? It's like Christmas. Alright, can we make it 4 for 4? Go on, off you go. Yep, halfway up a cliff. This was the most frustrating thing. When he did this and you didn't have the ability to fly. Oh yeah, here's a random one at the top of a cliff that you can't get to without flying. That was great. Yeah, excellent. Love it. Thanks. Oh, it didn't actually amass to anything though. Son of a... I salute you for doing transmog at all. Yeah. I've attempted to basically dump my transmog stock in the past, posting at regional average sell price instead of DB region or DB market. It still doesn't move fast. Demand for some pieces is just tiny. Yeah. I think over the years, the lazy approach to selling transmog over the years has artificially inflated a lot of the prices to a point where actually if you look at the item objectively, it's probably not worth more than 100 or so gold. The reason it's often the reason it's valued or listed higher is more based on its scarcity or rarity. Which you could argue is still the right thing to do. If you're the only one selling an item, then there's no reason you shouldn't ask for more for it. But on the flip side of that, you still don't want to overprice it so that it doesn't sell. I think the transmog market is far more complicated than people give it credit for. And if it was more lucrative, I think more people would be willing to give it the effort needed. But it tends to fall into the hands of the farmers, which, no disrespect to farmers, you tend to not put any effort into the auction house at all, which has always surprised me, that people are more than comfortable to farm transmog for 20 hours a week, but then are not willing to spend more than, you know, they're not even willing to spend the hour needed to work out how to set up a reasonable group for TSM to list it. It's like, well, I don't know. That never made sense to me. In my opinion, whilst you, yes, have to farm transmog, it's actually more of an auction house market than it is a farming market. Flipping transmog is the real meta, because then you don't have to farm anything. Never sure why people don't just go farm a lithium or something. Well, this is it. Like, the instant gratification of farming materials is surely should make it more attractive, right? It's the big payday though. That's the thing with farming transmog, which is why I basically liken it to playing the lottery, because if you get that big payday, it probably feels really juicy, right? You a skull flame shield drops for you, or glorious leg plates or something. That probably feels really good, and it's that one big hit that people are after. And now, of course, if you enjoy the art of farming the transmog in the first place, I'm never going to take that away from you. I understand there's very little to get excited about picking up herbs, but if you're killing mobs and randomly get an item that is worth like an entire token in value, then it probably feels quite cool for some people. How many of these have we got now? 8 of 10. We are getting there. 2 more. This has not been too bad, you know. Traudy's had a reasonable success rate. We've not had too many failures on our hands. 1 more. Come on now. Let's go. Nope. Oh, he's thinking about it. Nope. He's still not happy. He's he's running up the cliff again. Means he must be finding something at the top. No, he's just aggroing mobs. Thanks, Traudy. That's exactly what we wanted. Exactly what we wanted. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Off you pop. Hey, found one. Yes. Thank God. Right, let's get out of here. Apparently we're still in combat somehow. Can't we just hearth back? Surely we can hearth back. Why is... No idea why it wasn't telling us to hearth back for that one, but sure. I think it's just the practical brain versus the not practical brain thing. Make 20k a day for 5 days, or possibly make 100k in 1 day. That's most likely to fail. That yeah, there's an element of, I mean, that's why gambling, that's why people gamble, right? It probably ticks into the same part of your brain. That tiny chance of making 100,000 gold far outweighs a very reliable way of making 20k gold. Regardless of the fact that it doesn't actually make much logical sense. Hunter Mammoth versus trapping 50 field mice. That's one way to look at it. Oh, have we got bag space for all of this? We probably don't actually. $750 rep for each one of these though. Is this going to be enough to... Oh, you know what? I think we're going to be just off. Oh, we got a transmoggy thing though. Stitch Tactician's Bracers. Wow, bracers as a transmog item. Cosmetic bracers. How interesting can a pair of bracers be from a cosmetic point of view? Really? I mean, with my gloves on, I can't even see them. That's 100% pointless. That's rule number 1 of transmog. Ignore bracers, because you can never see the damn things. Sure. Alright, let's open our crates. Just the odd material in these. Rarely anything to shout home about. So, we actually... Oh no! We did get exalted with the Stitch Masters. Why did it not shout at us? Why did it not give us an achievement? Is there really not an achievement for doing that? All that effort. Now we can waste 30,000 animo if we wish. Not that we've got it to waste, but we can. We can also, not that we're going to just yet, but we can now also buy the mounts. Now these are the mounts that are actually shared across the different covenants. So rather than wasting anima buying them, I should probably, you know, do some of the other ways of getting them. Queen's Conservatory is a really good way of getting these mounts. You can almost guarantee yourself one every week. But that means I have to play my Night Fae Druid. Has there ever been something like Legos though in WoW for auction house profit in a single system before? Legos in their current form feel way out there compared to past stuff. There literally has never been anything like Legendaries, no. When you look at it from the perspective of what you are actually doing, you are genuinely creating best in slot gear. Now, there have been instances previously where temporarily something that is crafted within a profession might be best in slot. This has happened to Jewel crafting a few times. Occasionally the rings, for example, have been best in slot. And going back even further, there have been a few examples of this, but very rarely, if at all, has there ever been an entire system that is designed around creating somebody's best in slot. Best in slot is always come from killing a boss, almost entirely. Darkmoon trinkets are a good example of something that's temporarily BIS. Yeah, they're BIS for the first week or two of an expansion, hence why every expansion they go crazy. But then after that, they die down and are just, you know, just regular bits of almost catch-up gear. But yeah, Legos are... There's never ever been anything quite like it. Now, not only are you just making, you know, like one best in slot piece, you're theoretically making best in slot gear for every single class and every single spec in the game, all across a combination of 4 professions. So yeah, there's good reason to why it's broken. Really good reason to why it's broken. And on top of that, it's original barrier to entry of you just having to be filthy rich to get into it in the first place was the stars aligning for those people that came into Shadowlands with lots of gold. If you'd made lots of gold in BFA, if you hadn't wasted it all on buying the Brutasaur, you're in a really good position at the start of Shadowlands to get your professions in order, get crafting those legendaries and make a fortune. I mean, there are, whilst there's not many public figures that have made silly money, there are people like Dirty Irby and Hickons that have made hundreds of millions of gold in Shadowlands so far. Not just turnover either, like actual profits. Hickons is up to about 400 million gold or something, I think now. It might even be more than that. And it's just ridiculous, the potential. And within reason, from the crafting perspective at least, the fact that there's been basically no time gating to it, apart from a very early small amount of time gating, it is just meant that it was explosive, yeah. He was at 400 million by the end of BFA, has made 200 million in Shadowlands, roughly 600 million liquid gold now. Yeah, there we go. What did you make 400 million off in BFA if not boosting? Flipping on multiple realms. Raid BOEs. See, now before there's never been anything quite like legendaries for the crafting guys out there, but that's not to say that there haven't been markets that have been ass lucrative. Raid BOEs were, especially in the tail end of BFA, broken. RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG means that an 8.3 raid BOE of the exact same one. The exact same item could drop and it could be worth 100k or it could have been worth 5 million based on how the RNG rolled on it. So, yeah. Yeah. In the hands of the wealthy that were able to buy up these raid BOEs when they appeared and kind of had a good idea of what their actual value could be. Yeah. silly things did happen. Corruption flipping was like 1 to 2 million gold profit on flips. Yeah, it's the equivalent of selling trading card game mounts, but consistently. Not just, you know, buying a TCG mount for 3 million, selling it for 5 million once a month. No, you were daily. You were doing that daily. It was crazy. Why would people buy the 5 million one if they weren't on the race to world first? People are competitive. People, yeah. Well, and that, people are just bad with money. Yes. Value is perceptive. Like, some people see value in many different things. There are people out there that will take their credit card out of their pocket and they will buy 5 tokens to get a 1% DPS upgrade on their gear because, you know, because they value their time, their effort, their money differently to somebody else. It seems crazy and it seems illogical to most people, but if you've got more money than sense, or you've got more gold than sense, then why not? Why not? Do we get anything cool for specialized constructs? Construct body. Mama Tomalin. Hang on, we've got new people we can make. How have we got new people we can make that I didn't know about? Basic. We got 2 new basic ones. Did I upgrade my... Oh, I must have upgraded this to tier 3 and then not made the dudes. Oh. Well, let's make gas back then. More rep equals more peeps. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. So here's gas bag. What's he got to offer us? What's he do? Oh no, you know what this means? There's now 3 more quests that I need to do. Also more dailies. Gas bag, guillotine. Oh, this is a tier 3. You've got to be tier 3 to make this one, apparently. Or at least tier 3 to get the quests. Okay. So what's gas bag? Who are you? What have you got? Collect rot bloom petals. Alright, sure. Need your assistance. What do you do? Inflict shadow damage to all enemies near the caster. So you're just going to do a... Okay, cool. Let's see what guillotine has to offer. Thought this was a goal making stream, not a questing stream. Hey, it's all goal making. Once we've bought, I tell you how. I'll link this all back to goal making for you. Once we've maxed our covenant out and we have the ability to send alts to our other character, send anima to our other characters, then we'll be able to bump our mission tables up on those other characters, and we'll be able to play Facebook gaming like a degenerate. And secondly, we'll end up with so much anima eventually that we'll be able to buy 5 Korthite crystals for 25,000 anima because it's just so valuable. That's exactly how we're goal making here. That's the way we do it. Slay Warthog's soul tap and recover 12 anima traces. Alright, sure. I need your assistance. And there's one more dude we can make. We can now make Mama Tomalin, a friendly innkeeper who sells her famous stitched flesh cookies and provides a place to rest in Butcher's Block. Alright, cool. Don't overvalue them so much. Yeah. Is that literally all we get? This becomes an innkeeper? Did I grind to Exalted to gain an innkeeper? Baker's Dozen. Travel to Ardenweld and collect 13 hatch-ready Gorm eggs. Make this in your home. Let me browse your goods. You better have something. Cheese platter. Hand-formed flesh bread. Delectable dirt dessert. Flesh stitched cookies. Wow. Platter Master Stew. Summon Platter Master Stew to your location. A 1 hour cooldown. Stew always has something ready to eat. Okay. Clean white hat. Wow. Okay. Currency for the chef's hat. Do we make a thing here? Do we make a thing? Do we need one of those to make a chef's hat? Chef hat. Clean white hat, shrouded cloth, make a chef hat. There's probably... oh, I know what there is. There's probably achievements to make all of this shit, isn't there? Yeah. That's probably what it is. There's probably a bunch of achievements to make all of these. That's why. Stinky cheese. Where's my all the things gone? Let's take a little look at... where is it gone? Here it is. Does this at the bottom have... that's the rares. There's the treasure chests. No. Can we... that's just Moldraxxus. Can we... is there not a... I've still not even found half the treasures out here, you know. God, there's so much I need to do. Emissary quests. There's 3 things that we can... an infested arachnid casing. Micromancer pet. Oh, he looks cool. Oh, he looks really cool. And a colossal slaughter claw. 3 things we need from the... have we got one of those yet? Where are we? Undying Army. 5,500 out of 10,000. Oh god, getting these Paragon... I forget about Paragon chests, you know. I forget that farming Paragon chests is a thing. Micromancer's dirt cheap on the auction house now. Oh, is he? You see, this is the thing what I'll do with pets, right? If I can flex my golem somewhere to tick off all the things stuff, I probably will. Mounts is obviously a different game. But the toys and the pets and stuff, I can just go to the auction house. Why make all this gold if we don't, you know, spend it somehow? But I was assuming there was a bunch of stuff that we needed to do relating to the stuffed construct. What's this? Here we go. One-eyed Jobby. His name's One-eyed Jobby. I do like how Blizzard still have a sense of humour, but sure. Alright, cool. Well, now, I could, in theory, go and do these extra quests. But I realistically have no incentive to do these anymore. I'm exalted. I don't really think I need many of these things for any other reason. Yeah. I don't need to be doing this anymore. I think though, boys and girls, I did say earlier that I was trying to take it a little bit easier since I did have my COVID jab yesterday. It's probably not too smart for me to stream all day and, you know, do too much. I should probably take it. If anything else, I should probably stop using my right arm, because that's where I had the jab. So I'm gonna call it there for today, boys and girls. Thank you all for joining today. We had some interesting conversations, even if not everybody entirely agrees with each other. That's the definition of having a good discussion. So thank you all for that. We'll be back tomorrow though. Tomorrow is reset day. Reset day means we'll probably focus pretty much on doing a bit of auction house PvP. It's the one day of the week where we get the opportunity to make a silly amount of gold. So it feels kind of weird to not take the opportunity. But enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. Make lots of gold. And if we get a PTR, actually, if we get the PTR pop up at some point, we might look at doing that as well tomorrow. So, yeah. Have a nice restock day. Yes, I probably should do a bit of a restock as well. That's true. But enjoy the rest of your day, boys and girls. Have a good one. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.